good.
This is a tutorial for the Rainbird modular controller. So we're going to walk through the whole entire thing, how to program it, how to change the time, how to change the date, and also how to program your days on, your days off, and also how to schedule the time on your different stations. So let's run through this. If we open this up from the top over here, you'll be able to see how many stations you have. Why they call this a modular is because this is good for up to 12 zones. On this, you just have one module in here today because he only has 3 zones, and whoever hooked this up obviously made a mistake by using green as the common. We always use white as the common, but in this case, since it's already in the ground and everything's working okay, we're going to leave it. But we only have 3 stations: red, white, and blue. 1, 2, and 3. So here's how we program this controller. Auto. What does auto mean? Auto means the program that you set will run automatically. You don't even have to touch it, set it, and forget it. Over here, under the current date, it is currently May 20th, 2026. But if we needed to, we can go up or down. Obviously, I just moved that by going to June, just up with the arrow, down with the arrow. And then, of course, we can just cycle through this with the current time, 1:37. It is not 1:37. It is actually 2:37. So we're just going to increase that right there. And if we needed to move to the next one, we just push that to advance. I think I neglected to state that on there. May, if we wanted to advance to that, we get to the day over here, we can change that. And then we advance one more time, we can get to the year, and we can change that. So in case you lose power to this, you know how to advance it through the current date, through the current time. And then over here, we want to go to watering start times. It says first, as a point of reference for any controller, you want one start time once your landscape is established. Any more than that, and what will happen is your program will run again at the next scheduled start time. So in a normal circumstances, you only need one. So let's check this controller and see when it is. So the first comes on at 5 a.m., which is perfectly fine for the time to come on here in Florida. And let's see if it has anything else. We advanced it. No other start times on this, which is a very good thing. So your first start time is at 5 a.m. Let's just briefly explain a program very quickly. A program contains all 3 of the zones that you saw hooked up before. 1, 2, and 3. So when that program starts, it will start zone number 1 and then automatically go to zone number 2. There is no need to program 1 at 5 o'clock, and if it runs for a half an hour, to set up another start time for 5:30. All that'll do is just start zone number 1 all over again. So just one start time, that's it. Let's move to the next, this custom cycle select days to water. Here in Palm Coast, in the summertime, our days to water, and this was number 6, house number 6, so it's an even day. So what they'd like you to do is water on Thursdays and Sundays. So let's check what they have. Okay, Monday is off as we go to here. Tuesday is on. It should not be. We're going to turn that off. Wednesday off. Thursday is on. That's correct. Friday off. Good. Saturday on. Not good. Sunday, we'll just use the arrow button to turn it on. Okay. Next, set valve run times. This is going to get interesting here. So on zone number 1, we know that we have a bunch of pop-ups on there. So pop-ups, we run for 30 minutes. So let's increase the time on here. 30 minutes, just come over here to this arrow. And if you can zoom in on this, you'll see valve number 1 has 15 minutes. We're going to go and put it on 30 as it should be. Yeah, I went a little bit past, just minus it out with the down arrow. Zone number 2, also, that one has pop-ups on it. In fact, this whole yard just has pop-ups with fixed head sprayers. It does not have MP rotators, So we just have all fixed head sprayers on pop-ups. 30 minutes is the max twice a week. And station number 3, we're going to do the same thing. Done. Okay, station number 4, 0 minutes. It is going to show a station number 4 because this module has 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. So you could run 4 zones off of this module here, but they don't have. They just have 3 on this system. So you'll have 0 minutes. But look, when you get to 5, it'll tell you no mod. So there's no module in there. And obviously we can see that this is where the secondary module would be right here. That's why you see no module. So let's put this back into the auto run over here. And now we can check and see if they have anything on a B program. We were in A program, now we have a B program. Let's make sure that we don't have anything. Watering start times. First is off. Perfect. All right, let's check the C. Program C. First start time off. Also perfect. We'll put it back into program A like everything is supposed to be. And down here, one last thing on this is your rain sensor. It's either active or bypassed. And in this case, our client, for whatever reason, wants it bypassed. So we are going to bypass that for him. Under normal circumstances, when you do have a wireless rain sensor like this, you're going to leave it in the active position. It did rain, and that's why we have the alarm on there, which wouldn't allow this to come on anyway. But we're going to leave it in the bypass as far as that is concerned. And that should complete the tutorial of how to run a Rainbird modular ESP modular controller. This is Brian from My Irrigation Guy. Have a great day.